Hello, everyone. We are the 50s chicks.
Yes, we are.
And we are here with another
Episode?
I was going to say video.
Video?
Episode.
Okay.
Yes, another episode. And first, we want to make sure that everybody is taking care of themselves.
And to let people know that you're Patricia. And I'm Anna Lee.
Yes, I forgot about that. Yes. I am Patricia. and
we want to make sure people are taking care of themselves.
Yes, we do. Self-care. It's like safety first, self-care first.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing it different.
Yeah.
Self-care first.
Yes.
Self-care.
Take care of your mental health. That goes to your physical health.
Yes.
Like everything like that matters. Because if you're not okay, you're not going to be okay to go out on those mean streets where people are mean.
Yes, they are.
They can be mean. Not all of them are mean. But I'm
Yeah.
just saying, you need to be good with yourself.
Yes.
To be able to go and find someone else.
Yes. And you want to show, you don't want to show up halfway. Disgruntled, upset, mad with the world. You don't want to show up like that.
Now,
That's
we
not a
all
good
do
look.
have baggage, but that baggage needs to be tucked away and before the flight.
But that's what make sure all your baggage is secure.
Yes.
But that is what the self-care for is, to work on the baggage, though. I mean, we don't, we all have baggage, but it would be better, we would benefit from working on that baggage. And that's what the self-care is for.
Yes.
To kind of lighten some of that load.
Yes.
Because it gets heavy.
It does.
It definitely does.
Yes. So what are we talking about today?
Today, we're talking about conversation starters.
Yes, when you're on that first date, I'm guessing. Because
first date. When you're thinking about something to talk about so that you're not bringing the drama.
Yes.
Let me stop.
And actually, I myself don't love it when guys come into a first date and they have gone and grabbed generic questions from online. If you're stranded on a desert island, who are the 3 people that you're bringing?
Yeah.
Those kind of very generic questions that I'm like, oh,
You know what? One guy asked, but he messaged. It wasn't a face-to-face. He messaged, if I was on a same desert island, what was the one thing I would bring? And I said, my closet. I said, my closet. That's what I said. And he thought that was funny.
Yeah.
But I was just I was like, oh my God. And so I just threw out the most ridiculous thing. Because, I don't like those either.
Those are awful. And you can tell right away if it's a made-up or a question that they pulled from the internet.
And I know those questions are, whatever. For me, and some people like them, some people I'm sure. Mm-hmm. I just don't, because it doesn't really tell me anything about things that I need to know.
I
don't
don't
tell me
so.
what I need to know.
I don't think so.
It doesn't tell me what I need to know.
I guess that could be something that you delve into when you've been dating. If you run out of things to talk about,
like if you're on a desert island, and maybe I'm just not on a level that I understand how that could help me, but I don't know if you're bringing, I don't know, what are you bringing? If you're on a desert island, who are the 3 people, or what book are you going to have with you?
I'm wondering how people even are supposed to assess that, because I think that's a question, and you're supposed to. Ooh, that's a great way to know. Yeah, that's a great way to get to know someone. I think not.
Yeah, I mean, and maybe it is for some people. I just don't know.
Perhaps. I don't know.
I got other things I need to know.
Yes.
I need to know some other
things.
things.
Matter-of-factly things.
Before we even get to the fluff and the fluff.
Yes.
I need to know some stuff first.
Yes. So, Number one, in no particular order, hobbies.
Well, yeah, that is a good thing to talk about.
What do you like? I mean,
Yeah,
of
what do
course,
you
I
do?
hate that too. I hate
Yeah, like,
when-
what do you do?
What do you like to do on
Yes,
your free
I hate
time?
it too.
Oh my God, I don't want to hear that question.
I
but-
hate it too because, and the reason I hate it is because I've said it so many times.
Yes.
That's the reason.
Yes.
Because I've said it so many times. Oh my
Yes.
gosh.
Yes.
I'm like, I like to do everything
Yes.
there.
Yes.
And whatever else you like.
Yes.
I like to do it
Yes.
all. But you know what though? And I always thought that was such not that it was not important, but I thought it was like a low level because I always figured that I'm open to try new things, and what does it matter what the person likes to do? You could always either do it or not do it, but it does matter because I ran into a situation where a guy, he liked to and I was completely turned off from it. He liked to fish, to go out on his boat, rowing his rowboat, and fish, and he would do that for hours.
Okay.
I wouldn't do that. He said from like 8 in the morning to 8 at night kind of stuff.
Oh, that's a long
Like,
time.
no.
I do
I
like
could never see
fishing.
myself doing that. I just could not.
That's just a long
even if I
time.
did it one time, and I'd be complaining the whole time. But even if I did it the one time, I just couldn't see myself. So, and that was something he really
That is, I
liked
guess,
to
telling.
do.
Yeah,
Yes.
okay, so that is a
Yes,
telling
so it is,
thing.
and I never thought, because I was like, what could someone do that I wouldn't enjoy or like doing or wouldn't mind doing?
I
That
was
is-
shocked one time when I went on a meetup and the guy said, well, I was talking about, Netflix things I'd binged, and he said, I don't watch TV. Ever.
But
Ever, never, ever.
I think, and I've had people say that, but I think that's just being on their high horse, trying to
Never.
act like they're higher living beings.
Yeah.
And I question whether someone never watches TV. I just question it.
He said the only thing he watched on TV in the few occasions that he does is the news and nothing else.
So yeah, that tells me you're boring, and I don't want to do it. You're not, but I know there's some guys that say that to be on a higher level human kind of stuff. I'm like, well, you're just missing out. You're just missing out. But like, they're so intellectual that they wouldn't waste their brain on TV.
Correct.
Is what I think it is, like highbrow. They're highbrow in it, But listen to me.
Oh, and
talking-
also, but when you do talk about your hobbies, don't just do your your cooler things. Don't
Yes.
just talk about the fact that you go skiing, once every 5 years. Don't,
that you went skiing before.
don't just talk about your mountain climbing experience that you did once when you were 10.
20. All right.
Right.
Yeah.
So delve into the things that you
Actual
actually
things
do
that you
on
do.
like a more frequent.
Yes, a more regular, that you
basis.
actually do.
Yeah.
And if you don't have any hobbies, then you just don't have them.
That's right.
You just don't.
Mhm.
And that, I guess that would be telling, I guess. I
Yeah.
don't know. I don't know what it would tell me, or
I'm not sure.
whether it would sway me in any way.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't even know. 2, travel experiences. I get balloons
look
again.
at that.
I think it's every time I do peace sign. Okay, now it's not working.
Nope.
Okay.
Nope. It does it when it wants to.
Hmm.
There it goes. It did. It is the peace sign. It is.
Yes.
It is.
Travel experiences. Talk about
Yeah.
where you've been, where you want to go.
Yes, and that is a common thing that I get. Where have you been? Where did you want to go? This and that.
I even like to take that further. Like, where would you live if you could live anywhere?
I've been asked that. Yes.
Of course, that sounds like a generic
Yeah, it
online
does.
question.
It does.
Unfortunately,
But you know what? As I found out recently, that is a good question, because where you want to end up is a good.
at our age,
Yes.
yes,
Yes.
because now we're talking about
Yes.
where we're gonna
Where
settle
we're
down,
riding this thing
and
out.
write it out.
Yes. Because I have run into a couple people. One person wanted to end up on a mountain in the snow wearing snowshoes. Okay, that's not
That might not be
my, I don't like that for me. So that could be a problem.
Yes.
Because I'm like, I can't. And this other person, again, in the woods, in a cabin, like, that's no. I can't. I can see myself visiting a place like that. But for me to live out apart from everyone,
off grid.
and nothing, that's something. So that is important.
Yeah.
Because there are people that may have that in mind, and if you're not feeling that,
Yeah.
then
That's
could be
very
a problem.
telling.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that could be a problem. So talking about that question is a good question,
Yep.
And but the traveling, yes, I like. That is good, very interesting, because then you generate other topics of conversation just off that. So, but yeah.
3, books and movies.
Yes, and I love the movies.
Yes.
The movie TV show talk.
Yes.
Because
And actually, that tells you stuff about a person.
yes,
too.
I was gonna say, you really, now I can garner a little bit about the person from what they watch, and it always I feel endeared to people that watch the same shows that I do.
Yes,
Like I'm
yes.
like, oh my god.
Yes, if you have a favorite show and
Yeah,
that
and they
person
love
has the
it.
same favorite
And they've
show,
watched
you're like, oh my
it,
god.
and
Yes,
they've watched
yes.
it, and they know about it.
Yes, and
Yes.
I think you've had a lot of experiences, and I think I've had a few
Yes.
where you have a favorite show, and after you meet someone,
Yes.
they start watching
They watch it. Yes.
and then you have a lot to talk about
Yes.
because now they're watching
they're
it, and
watching
you're
it.
like, critiquing
Yes.
it as you go, and that's a great
That is very
bonding
good.
kind
It
of a
is,
thing.
and it connects you. For me, because I'm a TV whatever junkie, and I'm unapologetic. I watch TV, and yes, I do. I enjoy TV shows,
Yeah.
and I binge them. I do, and that's a way that I connect with a partner through the TV shows.
Yeah.
So yeah, you can tell whether someone's cool or not.
Yeah. Yeah. And future goals.
Yes, that is, because where are you going to live?
Especially dating in our age
Yes.
group. This is huge
Yes.
because if they have some goals that doesn't match yours at all, right from the top
Yeah,
start.
that this is not going to even. And a guy said that he wanted to ride around in an RV.
No.
I just can't see
No.
me doing that.
No.
I just can't see me do that. No, and I know there are people that want to do that, and that's fine.
Yes,
but
I'm
not
sure that
me.
person's gonna find someone that
Yes, that would
be like, oh my
okay with
God,
that.
yes.
yes, that was what
that
they're
have
like.
the same dream,
Yeah.
but no.
But I know. So it is good to talk about like how you want to, where you want to live, and what your plan is
Yep.
to ride out, because that could. And if it's not, then there's no point in going forward, because we're going to get to that end point at some.
Yeah.
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 But yeah, so that is a good one.
5 family traditions.
Yes. Yes, and I can see that for people who are heavily religious, maybe. I don't know.
I would say
Or
also
just-
for people that are from different cultures.
Oh, yes, for sure.
Because, I know Swedish people celebrate things that are
Yes.
weird, some,
Weird.
weird, some very pagan type
Well, I don't
things.
know.
They were pagan,
Were they pagan?
in origin, yes.
Okay, pagan.
They were pagan in origin, and then, of course, religion came into it, and we made it into some kind of mix between the pagan and the religious tradition. So, yeah.
But that is, yeah, it is. Although I don't know that I've ever had an issue with anything like that. I know that we've talked, the topic of family always come up. Usually it's about holiday stuff. I've never met or had a conversation with someone where they had any type of traditions that I didn't know about, or or that it was an issue. I can imagine. Well, there may be some traditions that may be an issue. I can't imagine just offhand what they would be. But I guess it is good to know, especially if the person is highly involved in that. I mean, you need to know that information.
Actually, I guess for someone who is, if you meet someone that's very religious and you might not be, that could be a bit of an issue because, like, you know, you could meet someone that goes to church every single Sunday, that has, you know, Bible studies and etc., and you might not be, and that might be a little bit tricky.
Yes, and I've had a couple guys that, and I don't know why they reached out to me because I don't have any of that on my profile, but they were very religious and they wanted someone to walk in the light. That was the language that they were using, to walk in the light with them and all that. And I, you know, and I was letting them know.
You were going to stay in the dark.
I'm not, yeah, no. I was
light's not for me.
I know. That is funny. But, and I messaged them, well, I'm, you know, I don't know if you noticed that, you know, this is, I don't have anything like that on my profile. Is that a problem? And they both, you know, were thinking that they, I don't know, somehow could change me or to, you know, their perception was that it would change. But I'm like, not so much. Or that they would, I don't know, lead me into whatever.
The light.
Yes. But yeah, the religious. But I think the religious people find each other because the overly real. I mean,
well, there
I don't know
is
if
the
it's
Christian mingle if you're into that. But a lot of times, the Christian mingle people, they mingle themselves out.
And that one guy, I told him,
I said,
do. And I said, well, you know, they have platforms that are specific to this. And he said, well, yeah, I was on there, but I didn't see anyone they liked. Yeah, that's what he said.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that would be a thing that falls into the traditions because there are some religious traditions. Like I've never met anyone that was Jewish because I believe that they have a lot of traditions and things like that, which I would be open to. I would like to participate in some of those. But no, I've never met anyone that, or someone Muslim that have, you know, those types of things. So, yeah. But I can see how it could be a potential issue if both people were in their religion and it was different.
I was married to someone from Lebanon who was Muslim, and of course you have the Ramadan, you have those kind of things. It never was an issue for me.
Oh, okay.
I actually liked the Ramadan. It, you know, that fasting during the day and then you can eat at night. It actually, I should do that right now to lose some weight. But yes, I didn't mind that. So, you know, it depends on the person if you're willing
how
to,
much,
you know,
and also
be okay
how
with it.
much involved they are.
Right. Absolutely. Yeah.
But yeah, so that is a good one. Although I don't think. Yeah, like I said, I can't recall ever having any issues regarding that.
Number 6.
Childhood memories. Well, yeah, you talk about, I remember talking about, you know, things like, we talk about like different types of candy that, you know, during that time period and the different TV shows. Here I go, going back to the TV shows. And just the different, how we played the games and things we played and, you know, going to places, you know, different places that were popular.
And see, that's why I think it's really good to be with someone that's age appropriate because you're gonna have these things in common. Yes. You know,
and the music at the time, you know, all that stuff endears you to a person. I know it endears me to people, just having that connection on that level, you know. And TV shows, and you make little comments about the show. I remember this one guy, because I was a Carol Burnett show fanatic when I was a kid. I cried when that show canceled. That's how much I love Carol Burnett. And there was Mrs. O'Wiggins was a character, and he just out of the blue did the Mrs. O'Wiggins thing, and right away I knew it, and I just laughed, and I was like, and I felt like I really liked him. I was like, oh gosh, I didn't say, oh my gosh, I like you, But doing that, just doing that, I was like, oh my God, he is on.
Yeah.
So those things, you know,
Yes.
they are. And
But
you're
whenever
right.
you find some things you have in common with that person,
Yes.
that is the connection.
Yes,
That's
and
where
that endears
it
me.
goes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And that's how I'm endeared
Super
to a person.
important.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know, all that mess is mess.
Yes.
Um,
Wait. 7?
asking about the bucket list item.
I do not have a bucket list.
Yeah, I don't either.
But I mean, I have things I want to do.
So I think that's a bucket list. It's a
I just haven't.
bucket items.
Yeah.
You
I
haven't-
mean, I
Yeah,
just
I don't know.
haven't
Yeah, I haven't like
specified.
wrote down a list
Yeah,
or
I haven't
anything.
written it down.
But yeah, I probably have things I probably would want to do.
Yeah.
You know, see, you know, I'm knowing it.
Okay, stop.
Okay.
It's worse when you say it.
I know it's worse when I bring attention to it.
Yeah. So no,
Okay.
we're having to move to 8.
8, discussing music faves. Yes.
Yes.
And that again, those are those things. The music, the time, you know, remember when this is going on and you start reflecting back.
Mhm.
And yeah, I
Yeah.
love that. Definitely. Especially when they share some of your music.
Yes.
You know, that's
Yes. Similar
even-
music
yeah.
taste is pretty nice.
That is.
It's not a deal breaker.
Oh no, not for me.
But it's nice
It's
when
better.
Mhm.
It makes things better because when you go out to listen to music,
Mhm.
there's not a big disconnect. Like for me, the only music that I just can't sit and listen to, well, there's two, two genres that I just can't sit and listen to all night and enjoy it. Hard rock, metal. That I just don't have I can't just listen to that back to back. And some country. There's some country that I do like.
I don't
You know,
like
the
most
pop country. The
I
pop
like the
country.
pop country.
The pop country.
I
Yeah, I can listen
I can
to.
deal with the pop
Yes.
country, but for the
But
most
country,
part, I don't do country.
Yeah, the K country, I just can't sit and listen to that all night.
No.
So that might be kind of
I
an
actually
issue.
also don't. I'm okay with jazz, but I don't love that complete mess jazz. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
That just
Yeah.
there's no structure to it. It's just all over the place.
Yeah,
I'm
I can't.
not
Well, yeah, I could
doing
listen to
that.
it all night, but because I like to dance, obviously I can't dance to some of the jazz. So, but I could listen like background music, jazz.
Mhm.
However, it would not be my first choice.
Yeah.
It would not be my first choice.
Yeah.
But
9.
I thought we did 9. Oh,
Talking about pets.
I skipped.
I know you skipped.
Yeah. Oh, that's why you said 9.
Talking about
Talking
pets.
about pets.
Now this could be a deal breaker sometimes because some people might not. Although you should have already seen that
Yeah,
in their
you should have.
profiles.
Yeah, you shouldn't be seeing someone that
but
don't
you
like
never know.
pets.
Some people
Yes.
overlook or don't even read the profile. So
Right,
that's where you
yes.
come into some
Yes.
issues when you bring this up.
Yes.
But yes, talking about pets because for me, my pets are a member of my family,
Uh-huh.
so it's like that. But other people might not have that same,
Yes.
thing.
And for me, and I just recently was talking to a guy, and he was saying that, and I always disclose that I've been labeled unfairly as a dog hater. I don't hate dogs. How do I say it?
I don't
I
know.
don't not love them. I don't not like them. I had a dog for 17 years.
Mm-hmm.
However, well, and this guy, he was telling me about pets. He was asking about pets. I said, I disclosed that I've been labeled someone who's not, that, fond of, I'll say not fond of dogs. However, little ones I'm okay with, as long as they don't come around me.
That sounds very loving.
But the big ones, it's the big ones. I said, I just don't want those big dogs jumping up on me. And this guy had 2 German Shepherds.
Oh, they take you
and
down.
and it was old school. Like I hadn't heard anyone say they had a German Shepherd in I don't know how long. But yeah, 2 big ones.
Yeah.
And
they
see,
take
that
you
wouldn't,
down.
they would not be in the house. They would not,
Oh,
I wouldn't, no,
that's
not the big ones.
crazy.
Not the big ones. The
What?
little ones, yes. The big ones, no. So that would be a problem.
Yeah, that would not work.
That would be a problem. I just could not. They would not be on the furniture. It would be none of that going on for me. So having the pet talk and cats, I'm not even talking about cats because that's not even a thing for me that I can.
And there's allergy
rationalize.
issues and all kinds of other
And the
things.
shedding of the dog.
Shedding.
Like, there's all those things that I can't get on board with. And I think I'm at an age where I'm just not even going to fool with that. So for me, someone someone with big dogs would not obviously be a match for me.
10.
And we just did the music
Nope.
phase.
Nope. The 10 you also failed to go over, which
What?
is favorite foods and drinks.
I just can't even see them.
I know.
Okay.
So
Favorite
yes,
foods.
favorite foods.
That
and
is a good
drinks.
one.
It is a
That
good
is a
one.
good one.
Yes, it is.
Yes, because it dictates where you're gonna go, like
Yeah.
places you're gonna eat,
Yeah.
like and they all,
And also least favorite foods. Like if you hate, I don't know,
Yeah.
Chinese food or something, and the
Yeah.
other person like, oh, I love Chinese food.
yes.
Although, again, I don't even see that as a deal breaker,
Yeah,
even
oh
if you have
gosh, no.
completely different tastes.
Yeah, and I don't know that there's any food that I just hate, like that I couldn't eat. So,
Yeah, no.
yeah. I could go to any restaurant and
Yeah,
eat
something. Find something that you like. Yeah.
But it is always good though to know what the favorites are because that's where you're going to frequent the faves.
Yep.
So yeah, and then when you start talking about favorite foods, then people start talking about cooking and things you like to cook and this and that. So it generates
Or
all
you find
kinds
out
of,
if that person cooks at all, or
Yes.
if they just do
Yes.
takeout, or I don't know.
Yes, it
All
is
kinds of
because
different
guys
things.
ask me like, "Do you cook?" And I'm like, "Well, absolutely, I do not
Mm-hmm.
anymore. Since my kids have grown, I don't cook like that. I mean, I can cook, but I don't normally. But I would." But yeah, that is a question they ask. I don't know of any guy who has not asked me that. And then they're talking about, well, they cook and they're talking about all their cookery skills and this and that, But I think they ask me just so they can divulge that they cook.
Yes. Yes.
So that I can say, oh my gosh, you cook. Oh, that is so wonderful. Oh, my husband never cook.
Yes.
You're doing so many miraculous, wonderful things.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, so all these questions they are, and all
These
of
are very simple questions
and
that you
they
can
will
just
get
throw
it
out
going.
there. Yeah.
It'll get it. If you can't think of anything, it'll
Yeah.
get it going.
These are very simple, to
Yes.
the point,
Yes.
short, nothing, nothing complicated.
Yes, and you do learn things about the person with these, and it can connect you. These things, like we were talking about, they can connect you to that person. I know
Yeah.
for me, I become connected just by sharing, memories and things that we know, especially the TV stuff.
Yeah.
That's
Well,
for sure.
I think that about sums it up. Thank you guys for tuning in. We are a podcast on Spotify. We're on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok. Did
Yes.
I miss any?
No,
I don't know.
you
I
hit
don't think
them
so.
all.
Oh my
I
gosh.
think you hit
For
them
one
all.
time. Yes. Yes, and don't forget to live
Laugh.
and connect. Oh, now we want it every single time.
I know.
Yay! Bye.